An aspect of an alien culture that I would like to discuss would be coffee. Coffee culture in the West is very dominant among society, especially amongst young people who frequent popular shops like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. With coffee being a social lubricant for many, it almost seems like coffee is an American invention. However, the origins of this popular drink express how ideas and peoples can spread across the globe and bring with them commodities where they can develop their own culture and new products. Coffee has long-standing origins in the Red Sea. Although these early baristas acquired the coffee beans from the highlands of Ethiopia, the brewing process began in the Middle East and quickly spread to North Africa and Europe. During periods of European colonialism, coffee became a staple for trade. The Dutch East India Company was the first to import coffee at a mass level from Indonesia, where the crop was cultivated in places like Java. These mercantilist companies made it possible for mass importation of these commodities, like coffee, where the countries where they were importing them to, they couldn't be grown there. The British East India Company was responsible for exporting the drink to England, where it became very popular until it was taken over by tea due to the conquest of India. An important development in the history of coffee cultivation occurred when the crop was introduced into Brazil in 1727. Massive areas of tropical rainforest were destroyed for coffee cultivation, which made Brazil the largest producer of coffee by 1852. And by 1920, Brazil was producing 70% of the world's coffee, dwarfing the old world producers. Due to its sheer size, the U.S. was the largest consumer of coffee during the mid-1800s. And furthermore, the U.S.'s coffee consumption correlates with the large production of the crop in South America. As we see, as more coffee is being produced and exported, the developed countries began to consume more of the drink. Although coffee, we know, is very different from its historical counterparts, it is valuable to know how this commodity was diffused across the world and adopted by various groups. The distinct differences in culture and ideology are what create the differences we see in coffee culture today. Specifically, how American coffee culture is centered around the cafe, which enables individuals to enjoy coffee while also continuing their work. On the other hand, places like Turkey typically drink coffee at night, which seems kind of counterintuitive if you ask me. Just drink tea. I think these are important to note when considering my own personal experience with coffee. Today, coffee is an important part of my everyday life and for everyday Americans. Starting off my mornings with coffee is habitual and gives me the energy to accomplish my tasks and stay productive. Many Americans also share my opinion, as coffee has penetrated many aspects of our culture. For example, the coffee break has been a staple of the work environment and allows people to energize and socialize with their peers. Coffee is also an extremely wealthy industry, with chains like Starbucks being on every street corner. This is expected, with the company being worth upwards of $100 billion and amassing over 33,000 stores. For me, coffee is something I virtually can't live without. It is what I need to start, continue, and end my day sometimes. Coffee is a valuable part of my everyday morning and is very important to my success, as well as the successes of the other coffee fanatics around the world.